Elon Musk just made an electrifying announcement that could flip India's entire EV market. This July, Musk confirmed what fans and critics alike have been waiting years to hear. Tesla is finally entering India, and they are not playing it safe. With the Model Y launching in major metros by 2025 and a full-scale supercharging network already in motion, Musk isn't just selling cars, he's declaring war on every electric brand in the country. The ambition? Complete domination of the premium EV space. But is this just about a sleek car, or is there a deeper, more calculated game unfolding behind the scenes? The soft launch strategy: Tesla isn't charging into India with factories blazing and press conferences filled with dancing robots. At least, not yet. Elon Musk is doing something far more calculated. He's playing chess while the rest of the auto world is still playing checkers. This isn't just a car launch. It's a quiet, methodical invasion. And if you're only looking at the Model Y price tag or showroom rollout, you're missing the real game. When Musk stood up in July 2025 and declared that Tesla would wipe the floor with India's electric car market, a lot of people assumed he meant horsepower, speed, maybe even affordability. But the real battle is about control. Infrastructure, supply chains, tech integration. Tesla doesn't just want to be another EV brand in India. It wants to build the walls of the entire castle and decide who gets through the gates. Now here's the twist. Tesla's first move wasn't to build a shiny gigafactory or roll out hundreds of vehicles overnight. According to a June report from BBC News, Tesla is starting slow, importing vehicles under reduced duties after years of back and forth with India's policymakers. On the surface, that sounds like Musk being cautious. But look closer and you'll see it's anything but hesitant. This soft launch, beginning with the Model Y in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bengaluru, isn't just about testing the waters. It's about setting the stage for something much bigger. India has had other EV entrants charge at full speed with local factories or flashy promises. But many of them hit the same wall: the ecosystem wasn't ready. Charging infrastructure? Spotty. Supply chain? Fragmented. Consumer trust in premium EVs? Still in progress. Musk is refusing to make that mistake. Instead, he's leaning on India's robust auto components industry. As Hindustan Times explained back in February 2025, Tesla has its eyes on India's potential not just as a customer market but as a manufacturing and export hub. That's why there's been talk of eventually building a factory if the ecosystem conditions align, and crucially, if India lowers tariffs in exchange. It's not a gamble. It's leverage. Think about it. Tesla gets to build brand presence through imports, feel out policy shifts, and, here's the kicker, lay the invisible groundwork for ecosystem sovereignty. By the time other brands catch up, Tesla won't just have customers. It'll have control over the very roads and plugs those customers rely on. And this isn't just theoretical. Tesla has already begun preparing its supercharging blueprint for India. Not just sprinkling a few chargers across high-end malls, but positioning itself to dominate long-distance and city-to-city EV travel. The idea is to get Indian consumers comfortable, even reliant, on Tesla's infrastructure before competitors can even plug in. Could Tesla's ecosystem-focused strategy be the secret sauce to dominating by 2025? Think about what this means. If Tesla controls the hardware, the software, the charger, the service network, and the supply chain, how exactly do competitors plan to compete? It's not just about offering a cheaper car. It's about who owns the experience. Who gives you the app, the map, the update, and the support? And in this case, Tesla is quietly trying to own it all, from the battery chemistry to the charging schedule on your phone. This isn't new for Musk. We've seen him do this before in the US and parts of Europe. He builds the experience, not just the car. And once that happens, walking away from Tesla feels like switching from an iPhone to a payphone. So, while critics scoff at the slow pace or wonder why India still hasn't seen a Tesla gigafactory break ground, they are missing the stealth rollout that's already happening. By the time most brands realize they're in a race, Musk might already be at the finish line, sipping masala chai with the power grid in his back pocket. But ambition alone cannot conquer traffic jams, import taxes, and unreliable charging grids. India is a maze, not a straight road. If Musk wants to win here, what does it really take to break through? Pricing, infrastructure, and competition. Elon Musk might have promised that Tesla would wipe the floor with all electric cars in India by 2025, but let's not pretend the road ahead will be smooth. Right now, Tesla's entry into the Indian market is as bold as it is bumpy. Yes, the Model Y has officially launched. Yes, the buzz is loud. But under all the fanfare, real-world challenges are already putting pressure on that promise. Let's start with the price, because that's the first reality check. The Tesla Model Y just launched in India at nearly 60 lakh rupees. That's almost $70,000. And for a country where most cars sold sit well under the 15 lakh mark, this isn't just premium, it's borderline inaccessible for the average Indian buyer. Al Jazeera called it an elevated price tag, but that's putting it lightly. It's not just about affording the car, it's about justifying it in a market where petrol and hybrid options are still king. Now, in Tesla's defense, this pricing isn't entirely their fault. High import tariffs are inflating costs. Musk has tried negotiating those down, even dangling the promise of local manufacturing, but India has held its ground. The result? Tesla is stuck selling a luxury EV in a price-sensitive country, and for now, it can only really attract the ultra-rich or hardcore tech heads with cash to burn. But even for those buyers, there's another problem, and it's a big one. Charging. Or more accurately, the lack of it. Step outside of Mumbai or Delhi, and you'll quickly find that EV charging in India is still a bit of a treasure hunt. The public infrastructure just isn't there yet. Tesla has rolled out plans to build its signature superchargers in key metros, starting with Mumbai's BKC area. That's where the first showroom just opened its doors. But that doesn't fix the deeper issue. Long road trips. Cross-state travel? That's still a guessing game unless you're packing backup plans. India Today's recent Model Y review hinted at this problem. Yes, the car is smooth, futuristic, and full of tech, but what good is all that range if you're constantly hunting for a plug? Charging anxiety is real, and it's not going away until Tesla goes big on its infrastructure push. Now, let's zoom out a little. Because while Tesla is battling tariffs and building chargers, it's also walking into a battlefield that already has some very comfortable players. Tata and Mahindra aren't just sitting around. Tata has turned its Nexon EV into a street regular. Mahindra's Born electric lineup is gaining traction, too. These brands know India, know how to play to local needs, and most importantly, know how to price their vehicles to actually sell. Tesla may have the tech advantage, but in a country where value for money is everything, specs alone won't win the war. Then again, there's one thing working in Tesla's favor, the absence of its usual global rivals. Chinese EV giants, which have been sweeping other parts of Asia, are largely locked out of India due to ongoing geopolitical tensions. That means no BYD or NIO on the streets here, not anytime soon. And that vacuum could give Tesla some much-needed breathing room to sort itself out and scale gradually, even at a higher price point. But let's not sugarcoat this. Brand prestige only goes so far. If Tesla really wants to wipe the floor with every other EV in the country, they'll need to earn it. That means cutting prices over time. That means going hard on local manufacturing. That means flooding the market with chargers, and not just in fancy showrooms, but in malls, highways, apartment blocks, everywhere. So, the question is, can Tesla turn these challenges into stepping stones? Will Musk's promise hold up in a market that demands more than just headlines and hardware? Because here's the thing, if Tesla can overcome price skepticism, tame the infrastructure beast, and outpace India's homegrown favorites, it won't just dominate India's EV scene, it could rewrite the country's auto future completely. But right now, India's auto future hangs by a thread. Will Tesla be the one to pull it into shape, or will the chaos pull it apart first? The secret weapon Elon Musk is quietly building in India, they all saw it coming, the flashy headlines, the Model Y rumors, the whispers of a gigafactory. But what no one's really talking about is Tesla's real move in India. Not the cars. Not the tweets. The supply chain. Because when Elon Musk stood there and said, Tesla in India will wipe the floor with all electric cars in 2025, he wasn't just talking about speed or software. He was talking about something far less glamorous and yet 10 times more powerful, India's $1 billion auto parts gold mine. Yeah, that's right. While most competitors are still struggling to make sense of India's production red tape, Tesla's already locked in a billion-dollar supply chain strategy, and not just on paper. This isn't about vague promises or wishful thinking. This is about active sourcing from Indian manufacturers, brake systems, drivetrains, electronics, the veins of the EV body, and Tesla's quietly tapping into all of it without even needing a factory, yet. And here's where it gets fascinating. Instead of diving headfirst into setting up a mega plant, Tesla's taking a backdoor approach. They are saying, let's let India build for us first. And they are doing it with precision. Just last February, reports confirmed that Tesla was already sourcing close to $1 billion worth of components from Indian suppliers. Not years from now, right now. This approach does two things. First, it reduces upfront risk. Musk knows India's market is unpredictable, especially for foreign giants. But instead of waiting years to build, certify, and scale, Tesla is using India's existing supplier ecosystem to speed up its go-to-market timeline. No red tape. No construction delays. Just shipments flowing, partnerships growing, and infrastructure quietly expanding under everyone's nose. Second, it allows Tesla to build goodwill without political heat. No big plant means no battles over subsidies, land allocation, or union drama. Meanwhile, India gets the economic boost from exports and tech partnerships, a win-win Musk can pitch to every party in parliament. And this isn't new territory for Tesla either. It's the same global strategy that helped them dominate in China before the Shanghai Gigafactory even opened. Leverage local suppliers, feed the mothership, then scale once the model proves itself. It's how Tesla turns new markets into loyal ecosystems. But here's the kicker. While everyone's obsessing over BYD's pricing or Tata's local production, Tesla's quietly doing both, importing Model Ys into India's top metros while strengthening ties with suppliers to lower costs without building a full-fledged plant. Who else is playing that double game? Even Tesla's supercharger network is being planned to complement this exact rollout. Think about it, without local support on the back end, spare parts, maintenance modules, trained service partners, you can't run an EV network at scale in a country like India. But if you control the supply chain, you control the network.